Alright, Lancers, so today, unfortunately, we got to talk about a topic that needs to be addressed, and that is in regards to the new, soon-to-be-released Future Society version of Orihime. I'll get straight to the point. What exactly is the problem with this Orihime? Well, it is in regards to her SA2. It's not the first time this has been a problem, and it probably won't be the last, unfortunately. Now, Orihime is a ranged character designed for guild quests, right? So with that in mind, you would hope that all of her attacks, her normal attack, her strong attacks, are classed as range attacks. But what we have seen with her SA2, and again, this isn't unique to her, this is a problem that every other ranged no attack damage character has, not even NAD characters, SP characters included. Any ranged character with a boost SA2, as always, for some reason, the SA2 is classed as a melee attack. It's a problem. It's been a problem. As you can see right here, right? All these characters on your screen is every ranged character with an SA2 or a attack in particular that is classed as a melee attack, and that ruins them in guild quests. Some more than others, let's be honest, right? I don't want to downplay the issue, right? But a NAD character with a boost SA2, you're most likely giving them chappies. The SA2 itself doesn't do damage, it's not there to do damage, but it's still a problem that I would like to see fixed, especially on other characters, because again, it's more of a problem on SP characters like this Rukia, for example, and also Kiryu, right? Where their SA2 just doesn't do any damage, and they're characters that are almost designed for guild quests. Not so much this particular Rukia, but Kiryu, for example, was a guild quest character, and then her SA2 just does no damage. It's absolutely ridiculous because it just makes the character worse. And then in regards to Orihime, why this is now another issue, right, is because Orihime is unique in the sense that her SA2 is a boost and also a homing Vortex. It's the first of its kind. It's a great addition in my opinion. I like it. I want to see more of it. But what this does mean is that since her SA2 is classed as a melee attack, and that includes the homing Vortex, it means the Vortex is just there for show. It's not doing any damage. And because it's not doing any damage, it's not grouping the enemies. The whole point of this SA2 is to provide crowd control, but it's quite literally doing the opposite of that. It's just there for show. It's a fancy effect and does nothing. And we can even see that in the gameplay, right? The gameplay they show us here, they are using 7th anniversary Ichigo on the right, Tokinata on the left, and then Orihime in the middle. Now, obviously, Tokinata will instantly start using its SA2. That's the way the AI is designed. As you can see, everyone got the team boost, and you're seeing the melee resistant effect show up, because again, Tokinata's SA2 is also a melee attack, right? Now, when Orihime uses her SA2, you will then also see the melee effect up here, basically saying it's doing no damage, but then at the same time, again, the Vortex part is also doing no damage, as you can see here, and again, it's not even grouping the enemies, right? We can also go frame by frame here. Tensangetsu is slowly getting closer to Orihime's Vortex, and the second hits him, 1 damage. It's doing 1 damage, and it isn't even providing crowd control. So it's just there for show. Now, I want to give Killer the benefit of the doubt here and assume they just didn't realize, because in the gameplay itself, right, Ichigo, who has his graphic settings turned off, also then uses Vortex, and it's why I and many others didn't realize this issue, because from this moment onwards, right, it looks like Orihime's Vortex is doing damage. It does, right? And it's hard to see the 1 numbers when there's so much numbers on your screen, especially like this close up into the top. But then you'll see it once the Vortex wears off, Ichigo's Vortex is still active, and it's Ichigo's Vortex that is doing the damage. We can also go on to BBS Simulator, where Soldex gets the information right from the game. And, you could make the argument that it's early footage, right? Maybe they haven't changed it. But as far as the game settings go right now, the game's files for this character's information, in-game, as of right now, strong attack 2, the collision is melee. Both parts. So while this Orihime will still be a good character in guild quests, the whole selling point and special thing about this character is the fact that SA2 is a boost and homing Vortex, but it might as well just not even be there because the Vortex is literally doing nothing. So what can we do? Well, the hope, of course, is to do what we did with Toshiro and have the character fixed. As always, this isn't too much to ask for. It's in Keller's best interest, like you're selling us characters. This weird system they have with SA2 attacks like this being classed as melee make the characters worse. It makes no sense why it's like this. And now it's like a big example of why it's a problem, because you're introducing a new mechanic on a character and it doesn't even work. With Toshiro, his SA3, for those that weren't aware, was classed as a melee attack, and he's a ranged character. He was basically dead on arrival, but they delayed the banner and they fixed it. The hope, of course, was also for them to go back and fix all the other characters, right? But maybe that's too much work for Killer. But then the secondary hope would have been, okay, at least they've acknowledged the issue. They saw the problem with Toshiro, they fixed it. They know us as a community are aware of the issue. Well, then maybe going forward with any future character, they would just not have that problem. So in a way, you could look at it as power creep, right? The newer characters don't have the problem, so you're more inclined to pull for them. But no, again, that didn't happen, right? Rukia released 2 weeks later, had the same problem. Kiryu released a month later and also had the same problem. It was worse for her because she's an SP character designed for Guild Quest with an SA2 that does no damage. It makes her bad in my opinion. And right now we're seeing the problem again with this Orihime. So the best thing that we can do here, and I will have it linked in the description below, is one, the Reddit post to Molly Prim. She was the one that brought awareness to the situation and did inform me about it. Likewise, there will also be a link to Caleb's inquiry and also to the Discord where you can go to the guild section and leave some feedback in regards to Orihime's SA2. The home in Vortex is not working in Guild Quest. It's practically a useless feature. It of course will work outside of Guild Quest, but this character is designed for Guild Quest, so it's a bit ridiculous that it doesn't work in the mode she's designed for. And to be fair, remember there is a policy against spamming on the Discord, so if you don't want to actually leave feedback yourself, but you still want to help out, just go to the Discord section, go to the guild feedback, and then upvote this comment by Hunter. That will also help out this cause, right? And actually, during that, I did see a comment by Mr. Darkflame in regards to why it is the way it is, and more so it's how like the boost gets applied to the characters and it has to be a melee effect. And maybe us just saying make it a range attack is a lot simpler than it actually is. But even if that is the case, there's a lot of different ways around it, right? Maybe make a new skill like Sharpshooter where you get both melee and range resistance. That shouldn't be too hard to apply as a skill. Maybe they can make the second half a ranged attack. Or maybe Caleb, knowing that this attack itself can't be ever considered a range attack, just don't put it on a ranged character, right? Like if Orihime was a melee character, this would not be an issue. If Orihime didn't have the track in Vortex and just had the usual boost SA2, this would not be an issue. It would still be annoying, but we've accepted it at this point. But it's the fact that they're selling this character as a character that is designed for Guild Quest with good crowd control, but then it doesn't work in Guild Quest. It's a bit annoying, right? So I just wanted to make this video to spread awareness on the topic. Maybe this is a problem that Caleb for some reason just can't fix because that's just the way the game is designed. But I just wanted to make it clear so you do know before the character does release, right? If you are putting for Orihime, the SA2 will still work outside of Guild Quest, so for those that don't care about Guild Quest, she can still be great, right? But if you are pulling for her with the intention of using it in Guild Quest for that crowd control aspect, understand the Vortex is not working. It won't do anything. But if you did make it to the end of the video, I appreciate it. Again, if you want to leave feedback, an email, upvote Hunter's comment. If you don't want to leave a comment yourself, just avoid spamming. That'd be great. We'd appreciate it. As long as Caleb are aware that we are aware of this issue, and if they can do something about it, that would be great. Either way, hope you liked the video. See you guys next time. Take care and peace.